Hello YouTube, Salivate Metal here. Some of you may remember the video I posted about how to detect fake gold bars by just looking at the side of the piece, but I also showed the precious metal verifier, which is another way to feel confident that the gold you have is real. Well, those are kind of expensive, and there is yet another way, believe it or not. Most of us remember that neodymium magnets are another way to detect whether or not silver is real or not. And as an example, we have this coin slide from CCT, and we can place a gold eagle down here and see that in fact is quite a slow slide down the unit here because of its diamagnetic properties. So quite fascinating indeed, and is a surefire way to detect fake silver. But the other thing is that, well, what about gold? What about gold? How does it react to neodymium magnets? Well, let's see. We have a gold eagle here, but we also have, for control, the metal that is most commonly counterfeited, and we have a tungsten disc here, a tungsten round that's 3/9 fine pure. This particular piece here is an AVDP ounce of fine tungsten here, and that is not quite a full troy ounce, but I think for this experiment it is good enough that we can use it as a control. So when we slide this down, we see that it is a very quick slide. So it has almost zero magnetic properties, diamagnetic that is. It probably has some paramagnetic properties. So there we can see how fast it slides down. Let's try a 1 ounce gold maple leaf. And I use this because it closely resembles the size and thickness of the tungsten round for control here. Let's see how it reacts. Still relatively fast, but you see some resistance there. It does indeed have some diamagnetic properties, although not as noticeable. I think if you compare them back to back, it is clear that the tungsten disc is faster at this angle. So again, back to the gold, we can see here. There it is. Very nice. Interesting indeed. Now, the other thing, another way to surefire test something like this is to use the back of the CCT coin slide at this angle where there is no magnets on it, and get a smaller neodymium magnet here and use the slide as an angular piece to test it. So let's zoom in here. And we can see here that we have our eagle set up as a control to show that this theory and this experiment does indeed work here. We put the magnet on the coin. We can see how slow it slides down. And again, the angle is important because that's our control, which is why the CCT slide is so valuable in this case. Now let's try it with the tungsten disc here. Extremely fast. No resistance whatsoever. This is almost paramagnetic. No diamagnetic properties that I see in that piece at all. Now let's try the maple leaf. We can see that it still slides relatively fast, but it does show some resistance. So it does have enough diamagnetic properties for which we can come to the conclusion that the magnet test does indeed work for gold as well as silver. And if you have a CCT coin slide, especially made with a particular angle, it provides a great control from which to conduct the experiment and the test on these. Let's try it with the fake gold bar. Very fast slide. But that you almost don't need to do because you can tell how thick it is. So there you have it. For those that are interested in the coin slide, I will post a link to CCT's channel Cyber Curtain Twitcher, who actually produced these, handmade these. And for those in Europe can contact CCT directly for one, or they can contact Mr. Vegeta, who is the distributor for North America, or at least the United States. So very, very nice indeed. And there you have it. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'd like to extend a multitude of gratitude to y'all for watching, and encourage you to please rate, comment, and subscribe.